What's going on, YouTube? Ronin back. We are in the server. Did some building yesterday. I did get I believe I got this. Yeah, I did. I got a time lapse of finalizing this, doing some of the landscaping, that kind of thing. I didn't end up finishing off the path. I just did kind of the slope to it. But it's coming along pretty nice. Haven't done any work on some of these things over here. The crypt is ongoing. Mr. Tourist has been working on that. Between that and working across the bay, he's been doing a lot of that work. So amazing guy, turns out, is actually Mr. Tourist's brother. So he's a pretty cool dude. They've been doing quite a bit of building and tweaks and things here and there, and they've been working pretty well together. All of us. So today I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do some relaxed stuff and put some trees in over here. I'll show you how I decide where I'm gonna put a tree. There's really not a whole lot of decision process involved in it, and not a whole lot of setup, but there's a method to the madness. The citadel, the keep that's over there that's being thought out. I haven't gone back there, of course, and worked on it at all. There is a version of it in the Redstone map that I've been working on. Right now, actually, there's two big things in the Redstone map from Venusti, from Chateau du Maire, that I've been working on getting implemented, designed out, and then dropped in. I think you're actually going to like it. One portion of it, I'll just let you know, is the swing gate that I featured on the video a couple days ago. I am putting a swing gate in Chateau du Maire, and I think you're going to like how I did it. Also, Chateau du Maire has changed. It is a Lord's Manor, but it's fortified. So it's a fortified Lord's Manor. There's going to be quite a few guards there. And the way I see that is because it's it's one of the reaches into the bay at Venusti. So because of that, I feel like it needs to be guarded and needs to be protected. So, I forgot to tell you. So we do have one other person here, and you can probably see him here. So we have this fellow, Bad Cameraman. So Bad Cameraman is our pseudo NPC. He's actually just a camera account guy that I made and put him in the world. So when he's logged on, he can actually record replay, and that way we can get some time lapses of builds, that kind of thing. So good times, lots of fun. That way, if we're doing a build and I'm recording me doing a build, and Mr. Tourist or Primitive Panther or Amazing Guy are here, and they're doing a build in a different area, I can get a time lapse of that, and we can feature it. So, just an idea. We're going to see how it works out. It may or may not be fantastic. I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see. So I got a couple different tree models over here. And I just kind of like to see. We'll just go like this. That was weird. Had like a cool drift going. Da, 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 da. So where do we need trees? We need trees pretty much all over the place. But what I like to do is I like to disperse big trees with little trees, so we don't have, you know, a ton of big trees in one area, and you know, and then like little trees in other areas. You gotta kind of disperse them. What would be really cool is if we had schematic brush, because then this could be done like almost instantaneously. However, this is a Forge server, not a Bucket server, and you know, I guess I could change it to Bucket, but I really don't know much about Bucket at all. So it would require some trial and error, more error probably than trial. So I haven't done that, but it is a thought. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, if I get annoyed placing trees like this, then maybe we'll think about doing a little forest action. The replace command would be cool. You know, if I could just walk right up to here, or if I could do a mask and say replace, you know, all green wool with you know, whatever's on my clipboard. So the clipboard command, the clipboard paste command actually is pretty cool, but it doesn't allow you to do that. You know, when you paste it, it's got to be pretty much yeah, we're going to do one this close. When you paste it, it's got to be. Did I really put it that close? No. Oh no, that's the. Yeah, that's the block. Okay. When you paste it, the shape that you're pasting onto has to be about the same size as what you're pasting. So it's not the most efficient way of doing things, and it just doesn't. I was hopeful that it was going to work well, but after trying it out in Redstone Land, it just didn't. It didn't work. Now I do owe you guys a video of the schematic command block mod that I found, and I'll just talk about it a little bit right now. So the schematic to command block mod, and I do have a video for that I need to get out there. It's going to go into the specials. So schematic to command block. So basically, this Minecrafter made a mod that will allow you to take a schematic and you punch it into his Java program, and punch it in. You select it with his Java program, and you generate a command block in game, and you paste the code that program generates, because it'll auto generate a command for you. You take that code, plug it into your command block, actuate it, and through a series of minecarts and hoppers, and there's a lot of stuff that appears. It will generate whatever you have in that command, or in that schematic. So it actually comes out looking really cool. I like it. I'm a big fan of it. Whoop! Now we got a green block over there. We got to fix. We're gonna grab a different tree now. Oh, yeah, we'll grab this tree. Happy little tree. Doot, doot, doot. Let's see. I think we need one. Need one right here. Probably need one right about here. Just kind of doing the Bob Ross thing right now. You know, planting happy little trees. Happy little trees. Bob Ross. Good dude. Good dude. Did you know that Bob Ross was actually he was actually in the military? He was active duty Air Force for 20 plus years. He retired, I believe, as a Chief Master Sergeant, which is the same rank as Master Chief in the Navy. That's in E9. So yeah, cool dude. Just chill, relaxed, and if I remember correctly from when I read about him, he was, I don't know why I'm going back that way. He was completely self-taught. You know, he taught himself how to paint, and he gave all of us a vision into his mind of happy sunsets and happy little trees. And I think for a lot of people, Minecraft is a way of doing that kind of thing. You know, it's a way to express creativity. You know, whether or not you're playing in creative mode or survival mode, it's a way to. I need a different tree here and a different tree there. It's a way of expressing your creativity, regardless of what mode you play in. I mean, you don't have to play creative mode to be creative with Minecraft. You just don't. You can play survival. You can play whatever style Minecraft you want, and it's still going to be creative. I've seen some survival maps that are pretty amazing. I don't play survival. I don't play Minecraft survival. I do play survival games. You know, of course, I play The Long Dark. But with Minecraft, you know, it's touted as, and rightfully so, one of the most successful games ever made. And I think that's a well-deserved title. Because the game's been out since 2009, and you know, here we are 11 years later, and people are still avidly playing it. It still gets updates. There's a snapshot that's out for distribution right now. You know, the company Mojang just revamped Minecraft with the RTX, Minecraft RTX. So you know, and I haven't played that yet. Mostly because it. Ooh, okay. There we go. Mostly because there's no Java support for it, and being someone who plays modded Minecraft, wait, what? There. You need Java. It's kind of crucial. So, but I hear it's fantastic. So, it's you know, something I'll probably check out at some point in time. Oh gosh, you know, I kind of like this tree. Kind of like it. We're gonna grab it. We're gonna grab it from right there. A little bit bigger tree, bigger trees. Like I said, you gotta make sure that you disperse. You have big trees with little trees. It gives your forest a little bit more more of a depth feel, more of a realism feel, and it looks more realistic, I guess, is the best way of saying it. Now, we don't want to make this forest so dense that you can't go through here, but it's going to be pretty dense. You know, it'd be nice. Be real nice. Paste minus A. So the minus A, for those of you that don't use World Edit yet, despite me saying go get World Edit, the minus A thing allows you to paste your schematic, or well, in this case, it's I mean, technically speaking, it's a schematic, but I've turned it into just an object that I copied. Copied and pasted up in the sky. Actually, I schematiced it in and up in the sky, and then I copied the schematic as an object from the sky to down here. So, but when you are when you're doing this, okay, I do need to get the green off the ground. When you're doing this, the minus A argument is how to not fall from the sky while you're flying. The minus A argument removes air around whatever it is you are you're dropping in. That way, it's only pasting what you want. It's not pasting the air around there as well, and that's actually pretty helpful when you look at that. When you go and, like, say you grab a schematic, or even you copy something out. Like, I've grabbed trees from this map, from over there. I grabbed a tree from way over there, and dropped it in. And you know, I pasted it in the sky first, and then I trimmed some of the stuff off that was around it. Because if you don't, then, like, so I would put a block right here and then a block up there to get the tree, but what I'm taking with the tree is also the grass and the stuff around here. Well, the ground where you paste it back in, wherever you're laying your tree down, it may not be the same level as where you took the tree from, or whatever object it is. So that can cause problems, and it can look kind of funky. And it's just it looks weird if you don't do it right. So make sure that you use the -a argument. And there's, I mean, you can see there's really, I mean, I'm not counting blocks or anything here. I'm just, I'm putting trees in where I think they look good. And I think that's our next tree right here. Try to go with trees where they're relatively the same. They're the same kind of tree. In this case, they're all evergreens. You can definitely do different styles of trees in a forest, and usually when you do that, you're doing some kind of you're going for a certain look, like you're doing a grove within the forest. There's a great wild giant apple tree or cherry tree in the forest, amongst the evergreens. You're doing that, or a giant oak, something. You're doing something different, and you can do that. You can pull it off, provided that you do it right. Like, you wouldn't want to intermix a bunch of like apple or cherry or beech trees with a bunch of evergreens, because it would look off. There's one thing to be said about differences in trees, and it catches the eye, differences and stuff. See, because I think that looks fairly natural. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of area to cover here. Oh, I missed out some tree placement over here, huh? All right, well, we'll drop this in. But yeah, I'm all about making sure that you differentiate your trees, but you want to keep them relatively the same. Otherwise, it looks funny. It looks kind of hodgepodge, and that's not what we want to do. Right, because it won't look natural. And as much as possible, it's good to go for a natural look. And generally speaking, do smaller trees the closer you get to the coast or something. Otherwise, it just looks like a frickin' wall of trees. Oh, and it kind of looks funny. Now, if you're playing with redwoods, then I could see it. I could see doing a wall of trees, right by the coast. But generally speaking, you don't want to do it. And Mr. Fantastic, or Mr. Tourist, and Mr. Amazing. Yeah, sorry guys, I keep mixing your names on the videos, and I apologize. My bad. Mr. Tourist is probably gonna give me some crap about all the trees I'm planting. I told him I was gonna do this. Not necessarily the video, but I told him that I was going to be foresting this area, because I think it needs to be forested. I think it'll look better if it's forested. Not that the map wasn't fantastic the way it was landscaped before, because it was, but we got to make it our own, you know. So I mean, and this map is actually this is the Yarowin map by Lord Dakr, and if you haven't seen his channel, you know, go take a look check out his channel. He was one of the first people I watched playing Conquest Reforged. In fact, he actually might have been the first. And then I started watching Ducon Red One, who is amazing. He doesn't do videos anymore. I hesitate to call it retire, but he retired from Primitive. He doesn't do it anymore, and it's for personal reasons. You know, he was taking up a lot of his time, and I believe he's got young kids, so I understand. I get it. I had young kids at one point in time. Totally get it. So this area right here, we're going to leave it fairly bare. So I think that will give us a cool little drift there. And I'm going to put this one here. Alright, put one of these here. I think we'll do this here, this one. And I mean, not to worry, I'll come back and get rid of the green blocks from the pasting and unpasting later. We want to go? Yeah, I think we do. So most of these trees are actually from a tree pack. And I will throw the link for this tree pack up in the into the description. It is one of the Conquest tree packs. There's a couple of different tree packs that I use, and I will put all the different tree packs that I use in the description, because I want to give credit to the guys that make these trees. I suck at making trees. I really do. I don't know why. Well, part of the reason why is I never practice. I never practice making trees. Because I'm usually building something else. But there are some Minecraft artists out there. You know, the different people that that build the trees, and they build the the boulder arrangements. You know, I recently found out that's a thing. You know, making custom boulders. You know, I always just kind of did it myself. Boulders I can do. You know, terraforming, I can do that. Landscaping, my landscaping skills are, we'll just say that they require improvement. You know, well, my landscaping skills in Minecraft, my actual landscaping skills, yeah, I'm pretty good. I can plant things, and they grow. But within Minecraft, yeah. I just, with buildings, I have an eye for what looks good and what would go well. And damn, but in my, oops, put that back. Sorry, fella. But in my, in my head with buildings, I can see it and I can build it, and usually it looks good. But with landscaping stuff in Minecraft, yeah, not so great. Not so great. Okay. We're going to go with a couple of the curve tree. I really like this one. Really like it a lot. Not real sure what I had going here. Oh, I know what I had going there. That's the top of that tree. Right there? No, not right there. Not right there. Right here. And I realize that we've diverted a little bit from our green posty post. Did that work? No, it did not. Why did that not work? Oh, because I copied it from the wrong place. And really all this one does, it just, this one, see, it adds a little bit of character. And I like that. I like the way that looks. It just, to me, it's cool. We'll put a different tree right here. That'll be a dense area. Can't remember which way I was facing. Well, it wasn't that way. Okay. But the tree goes in the right way. Yeah, that looks good. Might be time for some big tree. Yeah. So this is a Norwegian fir, I believe. Or Norwegian coastal fir. Oh, sad face. Missing some of the leaves. And some of these trees are from the same tree pack. Some of them are from a completely different tree pack. But they all have kind of the same vibe to them. They are definitely the same quality. You know, the different artists that made these trees, all of them incredibly talented, and you know I love that they release their hard work and their talent into the community. Oh, just ran into the tree. See, we can't put a big one over there because it will look too tall. But this way, you know, we just do a couple of them. And it gives that look of, wow, that tree's been there for a while. All right, enough of the really big one. We need to do some other big ones, but not like the tree of Awa big. There we go. All right, we're gonna put one here. Oh. All right, so now I think we're just going to kind of come through. Oh, it's not a tree planting location, but this is. So these two trees are going to smash together a little bit. That's okay. Especially if I'm pointing the right way, it'll be okay. I think instead of this one here, we're going to put it right here. If I could get out of there. In the tree! Through the trees! I've been watching some classics. Yeah, that was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Which, as far as Robin Hood movies go, it's okay. You know, I mean, it's all right. It's entertaining, and I think one of the best things about that movie, actually, well, I know one of the absolute best aspects of that movie is Alan Rickman's performance. That was the movie that really started the new push for movie villains to just be, you know, scummy and you know, you loved to hate them. You know, because before that movie, I mean, yeah, you had movie villains, but Alan Rickman just brought he brought that character to life, and he just brought a whole different realm of, you know, just evil persona to him. You know, he was fantastic in that. And of course, he was in Die Hard. He was Hans Gruber in Die Hard, And he did a great job of that one too. Some of his lines in that, you really, honestly, you see the Sheriff of Nottingham. You see a lot of the Sheriff of Nottingham in Hans Gruber, and some of his some of the way he kind of acts. Granted, Hans Gruber is very polished and proper, but at the end of the day, he was also evil and scummy, and Alan Rickman. It's really a shame that he passed. He was a fantastic actor. One of my favorites. And he will be missed. He is missed. And of course, who could forget that Alan Rickman is Severus Snape? Oddly enough, here's a fun fact. Alan Rickman was the only actor from the Harry Potter films that was handpicked by J.K. Rowling. She wanted him, and she actually talked to him, and there were things about the books, books that hadn't been released yet at the time that they started filming the movies. There was stuff that just hadn't come out yet. Nobody knew about it. Like, not even the directors and the producers of the films knew some of this stuff. And Alan Rickman did, because J.K. Rowling's told him, this is why Snape does this, and this is why, and let him in on some of the lore and the secrets behind Snape, and why he has such a disdain for Harry Potter, why he treats him seemingly like crap. And during filming of some of the different movies, the directors have even asked, well, why did you say it that way? Because I know things. I can just picture him saying that too. He had a way of delivering lines that was just, it was fantastic. There's a couple of actors that they have a way about them, the way they deliver lines. Another one of my favorites is Tommy Lee Jones, and one of his great movies, of course, was The Fugitive. And he's got some great one-liners in there. There's everybody's favorite, I don't care. But there's when they first start looking for Harrison Ford, and he starts to give orders. I want you to search every cat house, outhouse, dog house, and hen house in the 3 mile square or 3 square mile area. And it just doesn't miss a beat with his dissertation. I think I really like the way he does his characters. Alan Rickman, of course. Sheriff of Nottingham. He's going up the steps and passes by the slave girls that are cowering on the steps, and stops and turns around. And, you 8:30, you 8:45. Bring a friend. The spoon scene. The spoon scene's fantastic. We're missing some trees over there, aren't we? I guess we're not missing a tree. I forgot to get rid of that. We'll put a tree in here. So the mill, the wood mill here, I thought that I had the need a different kind of tree. I thought that I had the replay of it. I thought I did. When I built it. And searching back and forth between replay on my laptop and replay on my desktop, I haven't found it, which is a bummer because it was pretty cool, and I thought that I recorded the building of this river, but I didn't. And I'm kind of bummed about that, because that actually took me. I think that took me like 20 minutes to do that. I think it came out pretty well for 20 minutes. Oop. But then the wood mill, that was actually a couple of days, because I was building it. I think it was late at night when I was building it. I got tired, and I stopped, and I came back, and I logged back onto the server. And shortly thereafter, Mr. Tourist came on, and he came flying over. I didn't notice that he'd logged on, and he comes flying over. Well, he teleported right into me, and as I was placing a block, and it freaked me out a little bit. I was like, whoa! And he loves the mill. He thinks the mill is really cool. And we looked at it, and there were a couple of little things that we changed, but he really liked the way it looked and the vibe, and I do too. I think it really goes with the area, and I think it's going to go with the area even more now that it's wooded and it's secluded back here. And it's in the forest, and some of these trees, well, maybe not these trees, but some trees around here, I am going to just have stumps, because it'll add to the realism. In fact, that clearing that I was talking about making, or that I left, that actually might be a prime place for stumps. So we'll see. We will see. Whoop. I just gotta grow stuff a little bit. I might come through here with the bone meal wand. And grow some flora, some plants, wild plants. Yeah, that's starting to look real good, isn't it? Hang on. We'll get rid of this eyesore. So yeah, need a couple more trees to fill in certain areas. I'm gonna have to take those trees out of the sky because it's really starting to ruin the vibe for me. And I know when I watch guys doing builds like Ducon, like Vigo, Trixie Blocks, a lot of the the big YouTube Minecrafters. I'll watch them do builds, and I remember the first time I saw one of them putting schematics or partial builds of things in the sky. I thought, why are you doing that? That's just weird. And now I know why. Now it makes perfect sense. Now I understand. After using Conquest and doing some of these bigger builds and these more complicated builds, totally makes sense. I get it. Especially if you are doing things where you are using something and you're going to repeat it over and over to get it in certain areas, like a forest or like city walls, that kind of thing. Then it helps. It helps a lot. Because it can really give you that, it really allows you to do the look and see what you have. We're gonna do this bigger size one a little bit right through there, because it will offset the massive size of the Norwegian fir. Where is it? There it is. Which is, yeah. Oh, I'm trapped in the bushes. Branches. Trees have branches. Yeah, that one's a little too close. This one's not. Yeah. All right. Okay. Get some here. And another one here. There we go. All right. We're just kind of dispersing trees a little bit. So the schematic brush if I had the schematic brush, what would I use it for? I would use it for this, because it would allow me to load all of these trees onto the brush and evenly distribute them across the land here. And well, we wouldn't have this video because it'd just be click and done. So, oh wait, do I like that? Do I like that clearing there? Wait, was that my clearing? No, there's my clearing. I'm going to leave that there because that's kind of a nice clearing as well. We'll put a tree right here. And we'll change this to some... That'll remind me to put something in here. Right. Put one here too. Yeah, there we go. This is on. Just me and Bad Cameraman. Bad Cameraman is actually logged on right behind me. It's on the laptop. Okay. That looks pretty good so far. Pretty good. You know, it's not crazy dense, but it's not sparsely populated either. And then this, you know, you got to do it in regions. And my plan is to forest down to about here, about this line right here. All along there, and then out that way, and then we may forest over that way as well. But for now, we're just going to kind of keep it to right here, and I think that looks pretty good. Pretty good. I thought I pulled that. No, there was something. What did I? I've got something that I've got a tower on. It might, maybe it's in Venusti. What is it in? What is it? It is in Venusti at the temple. I pulled the cone off the top and pushed it up a bit because I'm redesigning it. Yep. Yep. All right. That looks good. Let's there we go. Pretty darn sweet looking. All right. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pause here. The next video, I'm going to finish out the detail of this farm area. We'll go ahead and we'll finish out the road here, the roadway or pathway. We'll finish that up. And, you know, and this retaining wall right here, we'll finish that up. We will start the sail shop. We're gonna go ahead and get that done. Put the sail shop here. I might actually make that a diagonal. You know, just for fun. Yeah, maybe this way. The sail shop's either going to be right here or right here. This I'm going to make a slope because I like the way it looks. I like what it adds. So I might do a little slope action on that. But yeah, we're gonna get work done over in this area. I will come back to trees. I might do more trees. Well, I will be doing more trees off camera. I haven't been recording everything that we do, but we're trying to get as much footage as we can and upload it, because I know from watching other builders, you go a long period of time and you don't see something, and then you see something, it's like, oh my god, you've been going crazy. And it is difficult sometimes to record, edit, get it uploaded, put quality content out there, not leaving green wool hanging out in the nether regions. I do understand that it's hard. I understand that it's hard. And I do understand that, people want to see good stuff. And especially right now with everything going on in the world, it's a pleasant distraction. And it's nice. It's nice to, see something cool, and we're just going to keep building and keep going. And as you can tell from across the bay, this build is definitely the small fishing village that became a town that is rapidly becoming just a small town in the great land. So it's a heck of a lot of fun. I always wanted to do something like this. Ever since I started doing Conquest, I wanted to do something like this. I wanted to be on a build team. I didn't necessarily want to be the one that owns the server, but I mean, hey, that's how it goes. But I wanted to do this kind of thing, and I thought, man, that's just so cool. And it is fun. It is cool, and it's been a trip. And for all of you that comment or give suggestions, I do read the comments. I try to respond to them right away. If I don't respond within a couple minutes, I'm probably building something, or I'm doing something in real life, whether it's I'm at work or cooking or something, or playing Call of Duty Warzone with my son, because he'll shoot me a text and he wants to play, so I'll jump on there and I'll play for a while with him. We're all of us on the team are very approachable. So if you have a comment, you have a question, you have something you want to know, hey, have you thought about this? Throw it in the comments. Throw it on the Discord. Follow the link for the Discord. We've got on my Discord there is a section just for WhaleBorough that we update constantly. And we will answer questions, and you'll see progress. You might see progress there that you may or may not see on the channel. But the channel will get updated with the the same kind of stuff. On Discord, we're pretty much just updating it with pictures and the lore of the area. Whereas on the channel, on the channels, I should say, that's where we're doing a lot of the video. Man, I want to keep building and keep going, but I gotta cut this video. I gotta get it all rendered up for you. So I want to get this one out. The new Long Dark video actually just went live about an hour and a half ago. So I will get this up. I will get this edited. And I will take off those wings because those just look silly, don't they? Yeah, they do. What? Oh. Is there a way to... I wish I could just like grab all of this. I've seen people do the... Oops. I've seen people do a thing where they grab everything in their inventory and make it go away. So that's all we got time for today. Like, comment, subscribe. From myself and Bad Cameraman and Mr. Tourist, Mr. Amazing, and Primitive Panther. Y'all have a nice day. Bye-bye.